Hi retail class, time for maths now. So this week in maths we have been looking at properties of shape in a geometry. So we're going to carry on that today. That's the focus for this week. And today we're going to look at lines of symmetry. Okay, so what is symmetry? Really important question to answer before we get going today. So an object, shape or design can said to be symmetrical if a line can be drawn through the middle so that the two halves are mirror images of each other. That means exactly the same on both sides. If it's not exactly the same, it's not symmetrical. Even if it's just ever so slightly different, it's not symmetrical. Really important to remember that. Exactly the same, okay? Mirror image. So the lines of symmetry can be horizontal, vertical or diagonal. So horizontal, vertical or diagonal. Let's see what we know so far. Let's do a quick true or false question. Okay, switch on your brains. You ready? So the number of lines of symmetry these shapes have is equal to the number of sides they have. Have a think about that. So we've got a square, a pentagon, and a hexagon. So do you think the number of lines of symmetry these shapes have is the same as the amount of sides? So square has 4 sides, pentagon has 5, hexagon 6. Have a think. Come up with your answer, true or false. Let's have a look, shall we? The answer is true. So the number of lines of symmetry in a regular polygon is equal to the number of sides it has. So let's just go over what a regular polygon is. So a polygon is a 2D shape, snazzy maths words for a 2D shape. Regular means it's uniform, it means it's the same. So regular means it's got the same amount of sides and interior angles. So this has 4 sides and 4 right angles. Pentagon, 5 equal length sides, 5 equal angles on the inside. And a hexagon, 6 equal length sides, 6 equal angles on the inside. So because it's a regular polygon, the statement says that it has the same amount of sides as it does lines of symmetry. So 4 lines of symmetry, 5 lines of symmetry, and 6 lines of symmetry. So if I was to fold that shape in all those different ways where the lines are, it would be exactly the same on the other side. Hope you got that right. So going off that theory that it's just told us, how many lines of symmetry do these shapes have? So I've got an octagon and a decagon. So this octagon has 8 sides and a decagon has 10 sides. So they are regular polygons. How many lines of symmetry do the shapes have? Just give you a minute to come up with a theory and an answer for each one. So how many lines of symmetry does an octagon have? And how many lines of symmetry does a decagon have? Should we have a look? Okay, so an octagon has 8 lines of symmetry. I've put them all in different colours for you, so if I was to have the shape physically in front of me, I could fold it in all those different ways and it would have 8 lines of symmetry because it has 8 sides and it is a regular polygon. Really important, not just an 8-sided shape, 8-sided regular polygon. So for the same theory, a decagon, which has 10 sides, would have 10 lines of symmetry. Now I tried to draw the lines on like this, it just looked a little bit confusing, but it is a regular polygon with 10 sides, so it has 10 lines of symmetry. How many lines of symmetry does this shape have, do we think? It's got 4 sides, so my theory is it must have 4 lines of symmetry, like a square. Now, this isn't a regular polygon. It does not have 4 equal length sides. Okay, it has 4 equal angles. These are all right angles. It does not have 4 equal length sides. So it's not a regular polygon. It's a rectangle, it's a simple shape, but it's not a regular polygon because it has 2 lengths the same here and 2 lengths the same here. So if I was to fold it in 4 ways like I would a square, it would not be exactly the same. So it just has 2 lines of symmetry. So I'm just going to draw on my computer. And I should use a ruler because I'm actually not making symmetrical sides, but it's just to show you. So if I was to fold it this way and fold this piece of paper over, that would be exactly the same, and same again this way. But if I was to fold it this way, it would not match up. It would not be exactly the same. I am going to have to clean off my computer because I've done that thing I do where I've drawn on the screen and I shouldn't. This time it's just my laptop. Okay. So now we're going to do some work. So it's your turn. So for all of you, I would like you to complete the investigation about lines of symmetry. So I've just told you that regular polygons have the same amount of sides as they do lines of symmetry. I want you to prove that. There's no point me just telling you things and you not learning about it, experiencing it, and doing it yourself. So I want you to do it yourself. So there's a sheet on there that I want you to complete to prove that fact, okay? If you can make those shapes and have them physically in front of you so you can fold stuff, would be easier. But if not, just have a look at the sheet and you should be able to work it through with either a mirror or a ruler. Okay, so that's activity 1. Activity 2 today, there's 3 different options, okay? It's all to do with how comfortable you're feeling with the lines of symmetry. It can be confusing, but often when you get it, you get it. So absolutely fine wherever you are. So the 1-star activity today, the green challenge, is you're going to do worksheet 1, which is drawing the lines of symmetry on the 2D shapes, okay? 2-star activity today, the blue challenge, is you're going to finish the drawing. So there's some sheets on there with half of a drawing done. And you're going to draw the other half, but you need to make it symmetrical. Now, don't panic. The sheets are drawn. They have dotted paper. So every point has a line that you can match up on the other side. So you can make it symmetrical. It's not just drawing freehand, but you will need to use a ruler to ensure that your lines are straight and that you will need to count dots from the line, etc., to check that it's matched up, okay? You do not need to do all of the drawings. There is a selection in there. Just choose the one that you're happiest doing or the one, you could do more than one. It's up to you. 3-star challenge today, my pink challenge. You're thinking, I can draw lines of shapes on 2D shapes, lines of symmetry on 2D shapes. That's not tricky. Perfect. Show me that you understand lines of symmetry. There should be a sheet on there with capital letters. Draw the lines of symmetry on capital letters. Much trickier when it's not just a 2D shape. Okay, and then there's some questions on there for you to answer about how many lines of symmetry in the letters. Okay, so 1-star, drawing the lines on the shapes. 2-star, finish the drawing, but you have to make sure it's symmetrical. And 3-star, finding lines of symmetry in the capital letters. Now, for all 3 of these, you need to use a ruler. And you need to take your time, making sure you draw it exactly in the middle. Otherwise, where your line is drawing or a wonky line is not going to show me it's symmetrical because it's not going to be a mirror image or equal on the other side. All right, good luck, have fun.